Welcome back to The Cellar. Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. Oprah Winfrey. What feels like an American tradition as old as time itself, the Macys Thanksgiving Day Parade has been an annual parade that runs through New York City. Every year, the US-based department store Macys has presented the parade, while numerous families travel to New York City every year to be a part of the time-honored tradition. The parade first took place back in 1924. The oldest running parade in the United States is Philadelphia's Thanksgiving Day Parade, but the Macys Parade, along with the America's Thanksgiving Day Parade that takes place in Detroit, Michigan, are tied for second. The Macys Thanksgiving Day Parade runs for roughly 3 hours. It travels through Manhattan and ends outside the Macy's Herald Square. The parade has been broadcast nationally on television, on NBC, since 1953. Today's story takes place on Thanksgiving morning in 1997. People flocked to the streets of Manhattan and New York City in order to attend the infamous Macys Thanksgiving Day Parade. Sadly, a day that was supposed to be fun and a celebration of all that we are thankful for would end in absolute horror for one participant. In order to protect that participant's identity, I will be referring to him as Barry. Cheryl Leach brought Barry into this world on April 6, 1992. Barry early on found a passion for singing, dancing, and in general he loved to play and learn alongside other children. Barry was unbelievably optimistic in everything he did, and a lot of children would look up to him and grow to view him as an ideal role model. 2 years into Barry's life, he would get a chance to go and be a part of the Macys Thanksgiving Day Parade. He loved it so much that he would do everything in his power to attend every year thereafter. After 3 consecutive years of attending the parade, Barry would once again gear up to go on Thanksgiving of 1997. The 1997 Macys Thanksgiving Day Parade would begin as it did every year. But Barry knew early on that things seemed different this year. It was extremely windy throughout New York City, with wind speeds topping out at 43 miles per hour. With so many floats of differing sizes in the air, it took a lot of work from all those involved to keep everything moving in an orderly manner. Barry was struggling with the intense wind, but he was determined to push through and have another successful venture through the Macys Parade. He was positioned at the time behind the Westward Ho wagon. Struggling to keep his composure, a gust of wind would end up taking Barry. It would shove him into a lamppost, causing an injury to occur down his side. Barry was still adamant at this point that he wanted to continue on, but those around him would have a different idea. Being stopped altogether from completing the parade, Barry was left utterly deflated. But what transpired next was the real horror. Before Barry could react, numerous members of the New York City Police Department would pull out their knives. In an instant, they would begin stabbing at Barry, causing numerous puncture wounds throughout his 50-foot-tall body. At this point, Barry was down for the count. Luckily for Barry, numerous people who had worked with him over the years would proceed to help get him to safety. At 51st Street in Manhattan, Barry would exit the parade. A horrifying scene had just taken place, but the parade had to continue on. Luckily for Barry, his wounds would not be fatal. After a long recovery, Barry would end up back on his feet in no time. By the time the 1998 Thanksgiving Day Parade rolled around, Barry was ready to face his demons and get back out there. Barry's story of sheer determination and willpower after suffering such a horrific ordeal is absolutely uplifting. He would go on to participate in the Macys Day Parade from 1994 to 2002. His ordeal in 1997 never stopped him from continuing to do what he loved the most. thank you all for tuning in to another episode. As I'm sure most of you can tell by now, this story was not about a person. The story was about Barney, the purple dinosaur. With it being Thanksgiving today, I wanted to put something together for you all, but I also wanted to have some fun with it. We talk a lot about horrible fates, unbelievable survival stories, and true crime-related mysteries that I felt like I needed to put something together that was a bit more lighthearted in nature. So as always, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel continue to grow. Also, click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content. If you're interested, I have a membership tier for the channel. It's $2.99 a month and comes with some pretty cool perks. You can find a link for that in the description box below. If you'd like to submit a real-life scary story to be featured on an episode on the channel, then you can do so using the email that's also in the description box below. I do all the writing, recording, and editing for the channel myself, so anything you do to support the channel is greatly appreciated. So until next time, I will see you all again as we head back into the cellar.